morning. The markets are headed higher and early going after a blistering session yesterday. Honestly, I have no idea if the upside will continue. My guts tell me, and so does 40 years of experience, that the selling isn't quite done yet. The get-rich-quick crowd hasn't been carried out feet first. Yet. The real bottom will be when SPACs are a dirty word, meme stonks get stomped, and crypto is universally hated by even die-hard digital fanatics. Boy, was that a mouthful. Here's my playbook. Number one, psst, big traders do not care which way the markets go next. Conventional thinking is that it's hard to figure out which way the markets will go next, only that's not true. The key is leverage. When you understand that and how it works, you will know exactly what's happening behind the scenes and more than likely, what's next. It's an amazing advantage. Let me tell you why. Big traders and institutions are levered up to their eyeballs, which is why they buy and sell billions of dollars of stocks at the touch of a button. They don't care which way stocks go next, only that they get out of the way fast enough to avoid a margin call a la Archegos. Lean in and chances are you're going to do just fine. Point number two, the biggest bounces always come from stocks that get hit hardest. Tech, infrastructure, defense, aerospace, it all makes sense on a day like today. The dust has not settled just yet, but to a point I made yesterday with the fabulous Ashley Webster on the Fox Business Network, it will. Watch that video now on my channel if you like. Anyway, I'm particularly attracted to energy this morning. The yields are simply too big to ignore. Chevron, for example, is 5.59% as I record this morning. What's more, as a certified gearhead, I love the fact that the company will not be cutting oil and gas to make room for renewables, rather simply adding them on. Point number three, is it finally time to short Team Zuckerberg? This could be the last straw that breaks the proverbial camel's back. The White House apparently now says that social media networks should be held accountable for spreading misinformation. Boy, is that rich. Anyway, no disagreement from me. I have long maintained that Silicon Valley is inhabited by a bunch of spoiled brats who still don't want to accept responsibility for the turmoil they played in the huge role in creating disarray in this country. Doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on or I'm on. The fact that our country is tearing itself apart does. We've lost the ability to disagree respectfully and have a conversation and work together to find solutions. What I want to know right now is exactly who is going to decide what information is or isn't misinformation. Meanwhile, I find myself seriously thinking about shorting Facebook or at least buying a few put options. Longtime readers and followers and viewers are going to know that this has been on my mind for a long time, but the time may be finally upon us. No doubt that thought will be deemed misinformation though. Point number four. I am cheering Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin crew this morning. I watched the Apollo moon mission from the Cape as a youngster, and I will never forget the glorious roar that accompanied liftoff. Now I find myself cheering Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and SpaceX. Space is not the final frontier, but rather the next frontier, and I cannot wait to hitch a ride. From an investing standpoint, there's a nuance that most have not yet picked up on. The secret is not passenger flight, which grabs all the headlines, but the short-haul cargo and mining flights that'll happen. Communication satellites are critical too. Point number five, inflation. The most serious warning I've seen yet. We all know inflation is out of control and the Fed has arguably lost the plot. Now comes the most serious and credible warning yet from a man who knows exactly what he's talking about. John Katsimatidis. Boy, if I got that name right, it's a tough one. But anyway, he's CEO of Red Apple Group, a billionaire who owns the New York City grocer chain Gristedes. He's thinking 6% annualized by October. If he's right, that A, supports my contention that the Fed will move before year end, and B, that stocks like Costco, Walmart, or other super retailers could be great stuff to own. I'll be sharing my thoughts and possibly a choice too when I finish my research in the upcoming August issue of One Bar Ahead. So now, today's bottom line. People tell me all the time that they've spent significant energy and effort trying to learn how everybody else makes money, but they're still falling behind. Respectfully, I push back, and usually hard. That's actually the problem. Doing what everybody else is doing and expecting different results. Transformative thinking fuels success and, importantly, profits. And the sooner you start with that, the faster you'll get where you want to go. I'd like to help. So let's get out there. Let's make it another great day. I'm Keith Fitz-Gerald. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching today's Morning 5 with Fitz. Click subscribe to get daily market notes right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email versions at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and more.